Okay, so here is a preview of the humble beginnings of what might be a decent show next year. Today, or this year, it's just going to be a wreath that does its thing with no music. It's just going to flash and move some colors around the LEDs. We'll see how the budget goes next year and see if we add some stuff to it and do a real music show and everything. But here's the software. It's called Vixen. It's got this administration window, and then it's got a sequencing window, and then you can make preview windows. This is one preview window that's just showing the lights, what they're doing in the sequence, and then you build your sequence in here and you can add music to it. So the Vixen software is spitting out serial data through the USB port. We've set up a generic serial port in its configuration, and the USB is going to an Arduino Uno right here, and the Uno has a sketch in it that is spitting SPI data out pin number 6. Actually, I moved it to pin number 3. So digital pin number 3 and ground are hooked up to the LEDs. Those are WS2811 lights. You could use lots of different kinds of LEDs and different chips in the LEDs, but I've got some WS2811s sitting around, so that's what we're using. I'm using microphone cables, 3-pin XLRs, to get signal and power to the lights. So out of the Arduino, the signal jumps into an XLR here, and the other wire coming out of the XLR there is the power supply. There's a 2 amp, although I'm not drawing that much current, there's a 5-volt power supply going through that XLR. The ground from Arduino and the ground from the power supply join together on a pin, and then you use the other 2 pins for data and power. So there's a mic cable that goes down, and that mic cable ends up on the first LED of the string there, and then it just daisy chains through all the other LEDs, and there's the wreath doing its thing. So we'll see how much more elaborate that gets next year, but this is it this year, I think, just a wreath with some lights.